It's a sea of red at the University of Dayton arenas tonight. The Flyers and the Creighton Blue Jays will hook up again in a terrific non-conference matchup. As we have played 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, you get the feel that both these teams recognize the importance of this game. Creighton has brought themselves on the national scene with consistency of winning, and Dayton has averaged 19 wins over the last 9 seasons. They want to crack that top 20 code as well.
Roberts with 10 on the shot clock. He'll take a 3, knocks it down. And Brian Gregory really has this Dayton program again in high gear.
Only one senior, Monty Scott, in the starting lineup, and with one of the top recruiting classes coming in next year. Brian Gregory has taken the athleticism of the Dayton Flyers to a whole different level.
Brian Gregory started his career an assistant coach under Judd Heathcote, as well as Tom Izzo and Kevin O'Neill. On the drive at the other end, Monty.
Dayton Flyers want to make Creighton pay in the open court and get it to your most athletic player, and Brian Roberts at the point guard makes the right
drive, lost the handle. Blue Jays in the attacking zone. This is Funk with the left hand, gets his first bucket.
You mentioned that he's been a little bit ill. They're going to give him a little bit of a blow for the TV timeout under 16. Nice move by Dana Altman.
Sandoval now at the point for Dayton in the corner. Roberts had another good look, knocked it down. His second tray.
One of the disadvantages of going to zone against the Dayton Flyers, you've got a zone buster in Brian Roberts.
A block and then a foul with the body on Charles Little. Looked like a clean block, but then a body after the block.
The high majors are now allowing to go out and recruit those kids that aren't going to the NBA. But you know what? I'll take a senior over a freshman just to court pressure. But so far, Creighton pretty effective.
Nice move inside and knocking it down is Norman Plummer.
Dayton Flyers done a great job of moving the basketball, and Norman Plummer making himself available right there. And there's the mismatch against Nate Funk down low, and the Dayton Flyers read it. But there's one blue city, and that's Omaha, Nebraska. They love their Blue Jays. 13,900 fans a night they average.
Marcus Johnson, freshman. He'll try it again. Nice fake. And another putback, this time by Hillsman.
Well, and Josh Doetzler has been a guy who had a knee injury a year ago, and he has struggled to get back into the flow.
We're going to have another foul.
Creighton fouls on number 34, Nick Bond.
Dayton able to get dribble penetration right there, and from the help that comes across, that leaves Norman Plummer wide open. Ty Morrison had to react to the dribble, which left Norman Plummer wide open on the left block.
And Plummer at the foul line, a 71% free throw shooter. He's averaging 8 points a game. 13-4 Dayton. Creighton with the basketball. This is Nick Porter. And a rebound for Tolliver, who jams it home.
Or Anthony Tolliver
will play 11. Little draws the foul and gets the bucket. With 7 on the shot clock. Shot clock at 4. Doetzler has to hurry.
Boy, is it physical.
Sandoval leaves it for Binney. We've got bodies all over the place. 7:40 left here in the first half, and we've got a Dayton injury on the other end of the court.
It's Monty Scott.
He is just now getting up. You said it, Mark. This has been an extremely physical, and watch this layup.
Andre Sandoval that time makes the good decision, gives it up for Jimmy Binney.
And only 2 bodies hit the deck that time. There is 7.
Scared, is he?
No.
He'll play anybody, anywhere.
Brian Gregory's the same way with Dayton. We'll show you their schedule later. Binney, wide open. He was almost stunned to be. And he'll reset the offense. Ninsu from 3, and he knocks it down. Boards to no avail. Porter into the front court. Porter on the drive, draws the foul, gets the bucket.
Basket by Nick Porter.
I think he's a big key for this basketball team. You know that Nate Funk's going to get some things done. You know Anthony Tolliver is going to be tough down low. You know that Josh Doetzler can run the offense. Now if a Nick Porter can step up and get some power baskets at the guard position, this team becomes more and more dangerous.
6 unanswered points for the Blue Jays. But that is ended by Brian Roberts.
Well, when Creighton goes full court press, Brian Roberts sees it as a scoring opportunity and making the Blue Jays pay.
Roberts has 6. Ninsu slips inside. We're under 5 to play. 21-16 Dayton.
Well, what a pick by Manny Gaku. And he can set a big screen. Uh-oh.
Little. And count it. Norman Plummer as Dayton continues to crash the offensive glass.
Jamming the ball to the rim.
And Dayton coach Brian Gregory said tonight's game is a monster game as far as the Flyers are concerned. That's how highly he thinks of Creighton.
Well, this is a team that only won 14 games last year, Tom, so they're looking for confidence, and they can get it tonight.
And Little has it. It's
Charles
again
Little.
10-point game.
Just too big and too strong, Charles Little.
And Gaku will go to the line, drawing the foul down low. Is 1 for 5 from the line this season. He is a native of France.
He came off the bench, did a nice job, set a screen early on to free up one of his teammates. That time gets an offensive rebound. Draws the foul. You like guys that come off the bench and fill their role. And for Gaku, it's a guy that's going to be...
Ball. Broke the foot, had a titanium screw put in it. He was supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks. He was back in 19 days.
The bionic man, they call him here in the Miami Valley.
Shot clock at 9. Roberts, he's got an open look. Somebody forgot to pick him up.
And Brian Roberts was open because Norman Plummer set the screen, then rolled to the basket and actually pinned the defender.
And Roberts has 11, and Dayton has its biggest lead, 29-17, under 3 to play. Boy, if you're Creighton, you can't lose sight of Brian Roberts.
Well, the Dayton Flyers are starting to smell the kill right now. Defensively, they have been so stingy.
Nate Funk, tough shot, knocks it down. He has done his damage in the paint tonight. Sandoval, this is Little. Inside, nice dish. And Plummer got hacked. Watts.
And how important is Anthony Tolliver in the low block? Very important, especially defensively. The Dayton...
It's 6-1. They've already beaten Louisville. This would be a huge one tonight. Open look, Plummer. On the other end, this is Funk from the corner. That's his first long one of the night.
In the open court.
So Creighton with the ball, Dayton with a 10-point lead. We're a minute into the second half from the UD Arena, which opened in 1969. Seats over just 13,000. Most of those seats with a red-shirted body in them tonight. A 3 ball. This time it's Watts knocking it down.
And Nate Funk opens the second half with a 3 and then sets up Watts for the next 3 with an unselfish pass. Nate Funk making teammates better, as Brian Roberts did in the first half for Dayton.
And it's a 7-point game. This is Hillsman banging against Tolliver, fading away, and he knocks it down.
Sets up Watts for a 3, then draws the foul.
Nate Funk, list at St. Vincent St. Mary's to you guess who. Funk knocks them.
Well, it's a game of adjustments, and Dana Altman is a guy that's well respected as the dean of coaches in the Missouri Valley Conference of making those adjustments. He said, Nate Funk, you're going to get the ball. We're going to put this game on your shoulders. You are going to deliver on the offensive end, and defensively, guys, you've got to pick it up as a team, not as individuals, but as a team, and that's what they have done.
Porter drives and scores. Anthony Tolliver and the Creighton Blue Jays probably got an earful at halftime. And Tolliver almost on cue with the freshman Miles, and everything going Creighton's way. They can't miss. And we are tied at 34 as Creighton has outscored Dayton 15-2 here in the second half. Wow.
Creighton has simply attacked every possession on defense and offense.
Almost a charge, but a big bucket for Sandoval.
With it, it is physical here tonight. We saw it in the first half, and they have ratcheted it up a few notches here in the second half.
Funk the wing. His club down 2, driving for the tie. That was nearly basket interference. It's a layup for Funk.
First step by Nate Funk. You know, he spent the summer with Kyle Korver. He roomed with Kyle when Kyle played at Creighton. He's learned a lot from him.
Charles Little.
Speaking of hard-nosed guards, Nate Funk, Brian Roberts, you gotta go a long ways to find two guys as tough as these two competitors are.
Part of the reason for that Dayton drought is that Brian Roberts hasn't scored in the second half.
Well, look at Isaac Miles. He's matched up with Brian Roberts. He's not leaving him. There'll be no help off of Brian Roberts.
Dayton needs somebody to step up. This is the freshman, Marcus Johnson. This is Tolliver with that jump hook, and it's a 2-point game with his 7 points.
Now, both teams seem to be settling in for just a long night of basketball. We may go to a few overtimes tonight.
Fine by me. Binney got it.
Jimmy Binney started off the season 0 for 14. But over the last 8 shots, he's banged 5 threes. This kid's starting to heat it up.
And the Dayton crowd's back in it. Watts for 3. He counters. And 9 minutes to go in this one. Dayton with the ball, leading Creighton by a pair. Roberts still scoreless in the second half. Tough shot, and it goes down for Plummer.
As we come down the stretch, you're going to see Nate Funk and Brian Roberts simply take over this game, either off the dribble, off the shot, or off the pass.
Tolliver with that jump hook knocks it down. Boy, he showed some strength there.
And Kurt Hilsman has been sitting for the Dayton Flyers, and now all of a sudden Anthony Tolliver raises his game over the shorter Norman Plummer.
Johnson explodes and gets fouled. Oh, was he quick along that baseline. Some will tell you here in Dayton, as he'll shoot the first of 2, that this freshman Marcus Johnson made. Brian Roberts scoreless in the second half, had 11 in the first. Dayton's got to get Roberts back into the offense. With nearly 7 minutes to play, Dayton's lead is 3. Monty Scott from the corner. On the inbounds, Tolliver gets it. Nice pump fake, draws the foul. Monty Scott clobbered him. Came to Creighton as a freshman. He had trouble catching the ball and just doing the same. We expect immediate greatness. He said Tolliver is what the game's all about. Point advantage. Funk with the rebound on the Dayton miss. Creighton has numbers. Miles driving and fouled.
A lot of quality minutes, too, with the extended injury situation of Josh Doetzler.
Oh, is Dana Altman livid?
That's a tie twister right there.
Scott.
What does that rub? Some salt in the wound.
ESPN.U, I should say ESPNU.com today. All right, Creighton with the ball. And that'll be a holding foul out front. Marcus Johnson has just fouled out of the game. % free throw shooter. His numbers tonight. He earns the bonus. Big advantage for Creighton at the charity stripe. And
the reason why he's been successful here at Dayton is because of his mentors. He's listened well. He's learned his lessons well as an assistant. He's prepared well to be a head coach.
Shot clock at 10. This is Sandoval. Shot clock at 8. And really out of rhythm is Dayton offensively right now. Tough shot by Scott. 6-point Dayton lead. Creighton needs a hoop. This is Porter inside, scores a big one. And now Creighton has the clock working against them where they didn't get the rebound. And Dayton will use that clock. Shot clock at 21. Dayton up 4.
And again, Brian Roberts just struggling to get the basketball. Finally gets a touch about 46 feet from the basket.
Miles draped all over him. What a job that freshman's done. Shot clock at 5. Scott, why not?
Wow!
Long to Monty Scott. Funk trying to counter. And he got bumped before the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot.
To Sandoval.
Now Funk to shoot the 1-and-1. Oh, he barely got that one in. Season Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. Creighton down 6. Make it 5. Sandoval gets out of trouble.
I think you play through this possession. Do not foul late in the possession. Get a quality defensive stop.
Well, the good news for Roberts, Miles isn't on him. Not that Funk can't play defense, but now Miles comes out to trap. And Binney in trouble. And Funk with a foul with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
And that drive, there's been a kid that struggled with his confidence earlier this season from the floor.
It's a 1-and-1.
Funk simply needs to rise up and make a play.
Everybody on their feet at the Udine Arena. Funk for 3. It was short. He'll try again. In and out again. And Sandoval fell out of bounds. It'll be Creighton's ball, but now just 9.6 seconds remain. For the Dayton Flyers, he feels a win here is a win over a tournament team. Tolliver, he got fouled by Scott, and nearly a 3-point play.
You've got to make a special play, make the first free throw, cut it to 5. Then I think you purposely missed the second one, go for the tip-in to cut it to a 3-point game.
All right, Mark,
with only 7.8, you got to roll the dice right now.
5-point Dayton lead. Let's see what Tolliver does. Knocks them down both, and now Creighton calls a timeout.
Really should not foul Monty Scott, but Andre Sandoval or Norman Plummer, and there's the home run ball.
Plummer, ball game.
Brian Gregory made the call during the timeout, looked for the home run, and it was wide open and out of the park for Norman Plummer.
And the Dayton Flyers get their biggest win of the season. A 60-54 win over the Creighton Blue Jays.
And during the timeout, Brian Gregory knew the defense would be full front denial. Norman Plummer slips for the home run. That is great coaching and better execution by Norman Plummer and the Dayton Flyers.
6 rebounds and 2 assists.
And watch the crowd erupt.
The Dayton Flyers go to 7-1. And how about their resume? Wins over Louisville and Creighton, and they've yet to taste A-10 play.